This is a video for you if you're new to blogging or you're thinking of starting a blog or you've been running a blog for a year, you're trying to scale it. If blogging is really part of your financial or side hustle future, I think it's important that we examine the current state of blogging and really deep dive into where blogging is at and where it's going to go with a lot of things that are happening. And this video is that video. All right, so we have here how to purify house air, right? I just Googled that and we've got ad, we've got ad, we've got ad, we've got ad. Continuing to scroll, we've got an AI overview, right? That they can click show more on. And this is giving us a few different ideas for improving our house air. Now we've got one search result, and this is from a major company here, right? From the lung.org, American Lung Association. And then we're back to questions. Okay, these are questions people are asking Google. Now we're moving on to discussions and forums. And now we're finally getting to kind of what I would call the real organic search results. Same thing as I'm searching Google for different things that I search for. How to do email marketing correctly, ads, AI, one search result, questions. Now we're finally to the place. You as a small blog content creator watching this video are pretty far down on Google's priority list. So here's the big three things that I'm seeing Google do with blogging right now. Now the first one is what's called generative AI. You may have not noticed this on your Google. There's a big chance you haven't because currently Google is testing this and it's opt-in only. So you have to opt in to actually get search results like this. But you can see right here, if I type in something like how to clean my room, it says right here, this is an AI overview, right? And it's gonna give me a bunch of stuff. When I type in how to make money online, same thing, you can see a big AI overview with a bunch of different ways to make money online. And in fact, 91% of search results for people that have opted in for this feature are now showing these AI featured snippets. So while this is opt-in only right now, eventually I assume Google will roll this out to everyone, and that means that roughly 90% of the search results are going to come with an AI snippet that will answer their question and potentially lead them to not ever look at a blog at all. Now, like we just talked about, you're going to combine that with the fact that the next results or the results directly on top of that are just as likely to be an advertisement. So you saw that the first four in our case, but at least 25% of Google search results also will show for ads. When you combine that with things like questions and forums that Google pops up, you're looking at a couple of scrolls before somebody can get even to the very top or top search result in a Google search. Now I went to Reddit to kind of join some of these forums and see what people were saying about this generative AI. There's kind of this mindset that Google's been through a lot before. This isn't going to hurt Google at all, and I completely agree with that. But whatever Google says and whatever Google's mission statement might be, cute and fluffy as it is, what Google's real desire is, they are the number one place that you go when you have questions and need answers. Now, if giving you AI responses is the best way for Google to do that, that is absolutely the way that Google will do that. They'll still be able to run up to 4 ads to you just like before. They'll be able to make the same amount of money on somebody as they would before. They're just eliminating the content creator. And yes, that does mean that Google's going to have to find somewhere else to get these answers, but there's getting to be more and more sources, and video has now become easy for Google to translate and read, and so it can watch any video on YouTube. Number 2 is competition. Even now I'm seeing a shift happen where I see these random blogs similar to some of the ones that I'm creating. They don't really have a connection with their audience, right? They're random, they're super niche blogs that you're probably being taught to pump out right now, and they're starting to lose traffic. Now I think part of this is that there's literally thousands of new websites starting to pop up every single day, and these new websites are AI created by very smart people, and they're pumping out thousands of articles on each of these websites every single day. Now right now Google can supposedly detect this, people can probably detect this, but it's getting good, and it's getting good really quickly. Now I think what people are looking for in blogs now, and especially moving forward when they could just get generative AI to answer a question, is something more, right? A connection, something personal experience. Unfortunately, I think that a lot of these AI blogs that are just pumping out content are going to be able to create that experience. I'm not saying it's ethical, but as someone who's done this, I can tell you that AI will happily spit out a personal experience for you in a blog post if you ask it to, regardless of the ethics or the reality of that personal experience. My thoughts on this are that the average Joe writing a blog post every other day about his personal experiences is not going to be able to compete with a lot of this AI, that it will seem real enough that Google and honestly a lot of people will take this content that's being pumped out and see it as real. That means you'll be competing against people with a lot of experience who are no longer limited by budgets and hiring writers and all of that fun stuff. They'll be able to pump out literally thousands of articles every single day per blog. And as they refine and as AI gets smarter and people get better at training AI, I don't think you'll be able to differentiate very well. And I really don't think Google will be able to differentiate very well. Number 3 is video. Now this by itself is not going to kill blogging, and bloggers defend this very hard in any form, that video will not kill blogging, and I agree by itself it won't. But if you look at current trends right now, more than 80% of the internet traffic is currently being done with video. Now, the way that I'm looking at this right now is I believe there's going to be almost a split in the future as we move forward, and there's going to be two different ways that people like to get information. There's going to be the straight shooter that just wants information, right? They want to get it fast, they want their question answered. They're going to like AI. They're going to like the quick, succinct nature that AI can answer their exact question perfectly. But there's other types of questions or other types of people that require trust, right? You want something that you connect with, someone that you trust, especially in things like finance, healthcare, things like that. And my belief is that we're going to be shifting towards video when you're looking for stuff like that. People are going to look for video where they can see somebody, see the source, and they really are going to need to see that to be able to trust it because of the way AI is moving. So as time goes on, I start to see a split where people will use either AI to answer the basic questions, and Google may still be the source for that, but I think Google AI will be the source for that. And on the other side, you're going to see video, where people search out video for people that they connect and can see and relate to. As you start to look at the big picture here, right? You have ads, you've got AI, you've got video coming in, you've got all this competition coming with AI content creators. I just don't see how someone could start a brand new blog and still do well moving forward. Or if they're able to start doing well, I don't see it as a long-term viable plan in a decade. It's an uphill battle that I think most will lose, and even those that win will probably eventually lose. So if you're looking to start a blog in 2024, I don't think that's the long-term route. I think you should start a YouTube channel.